Kids Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Mindy Mcfann.
And this is Movie Time.
Yes, it is.
All right, we're on top of Halloween.
Yes, we are.
Boy, we are
yes,
there.
Yes, we are. Bring on the decorations.
It's movie time is there.
Yeah.
So I thought we would have a double header.
Sounds good.
So we'll talk about Curse of Bridge Hollow, which is a Netflix streaming.
Yes, yes.
And then we can talk a bit about Halloween Ends. Though we're not telling. We're not telling whether it really ends or not.
I think that's a good idea.
I think as we move along, Mindy, one of the reasons that I enjoy having you here is that we might eventually want to talk about what it is concerning these horror films. What is it in our culture and us that we're so obsessed with them?
They love them.
I know, and that we will get to that. And that's exactly why you, as an artist and educator, can perhaps give us a little enlightenment on it. But Netflix is streaming a family-oriented The Curse of Bridge Hollow.
Yes.
How weigh in on that, Mindy?
I thought it was perfect. It was so nice to go see a low-stakes family movie. You could take a 2-year-old and grandma to this movie. It's simple and sweet, and it's just pleasant.
Good, and it's one of the reasons I asked you here is that I know you don't particularly care for this genre at all, and I thought, well, there's one that Mindy can sink her teeth in. So what makes it so pleasant?
Well, it's a nice family, and the dad is all about science and doesn't want any hocus pocus, doesn't believe in any of that stuff, and it's always the kind of little conflict is between he and his daughter. She's probably a teenager, I don't know, she's probably about 13 or so. And like she is interested in Ouija boards and all that kind of stuff, and he's all about science. He wants her to take science in school and be a scientist and facts. So there's this little adolescent conflict, and then they move out of the city to go live in a house, as you would imagine, a big old house in a little town and all this.
Illinois, I think. Well, I don't know where it is. No, it's still New England, right?
I think so.
Yeah, but it's a small town, quite a bit different from Brooklyn, where they came from.
Yes.
Dad is played by Marlon Wayans.
Yes.
And he's pleasant. He's a good
Absolutely.
guy, and I like his daughter, who's not terrifically charismatic,
No.
really.
No, they're just really nice people, and you know, the little girl and the father, their conflict isn't like they're tearing at each other or anything. He just wants her to be practical and scientific, and she didn't want to move out there and anything, so she's trying to find a way to adapt and to enjoy it. And she meets some kids that tell her all the spooky things in the past of the town, and you know, so it's very stereotypical. Storyline.
She finds the dweeby kids, and so she can get into the paranormal.
Yep.
Which is, as you said, completely different from the father's orientation as a scientist.
Yes, and of course it happened in their house. They bought the house where it happened.
But you know what I like, Mindy? I like the contrast between science and intuition, or whatever, the conflict between the two, as you were saying. I think that's a really nice motif in this one.
Yes.
You know, and of course it's Hollywood to put the two together, but you couldn't have two more different people than father and daughter working together.
Yes.
And that's another thing that I like. I like the fact that family does do something together and achieve something together.
Yep.
Now, what about the horror faction here?
Well, there's this old woman who is from the town, and the end result is the kid finds of course, through the back of a wall in the house, she finds like a treasure box that has a pumpkin in it, or a pumpkin-esque thing, and what it does is it brings to life all of everybody's Halloween decorations. And everybody in this town has these like mega decorations, from the doofy neighbor with his, he's got, what are those called? Walking Dead type people.
Oh, yeah.
Zombies in his front yard.
Quite a panoply of them. And they don't, the family has barely moved in, and this guy is coming
Yeah.
right over to see what decorations they're gonna have.
Yeah, and the
So-
dad shuts him down, he's not interested.
I know, he's not interested.
Yeah.
And I guess it's something to do with jack-o'-lantern.
Mhm.
And she has a Ouija, the little girl has a Ouija board that she.
Well, of course, she has a Ouija app.
Right, yeah, that's right, yes. That is true, isn't it? It was an app. Yes, it's a very, that's good, the witty little things in it. So you get a lot of chases, right? And
Absolutely, and fighting back against the bad spirits and the town coming together. I mean, it's a Halloween version of the Christmas stories we like, where everything works out and everybody's nice and all that kind of stuff. We're all in together against the bad guy and all that kind of stuff.
I guess the worst that happens is they have to knock out the legs of the characters, the jack-o'-lanterns that are on look like they're on stilts practically.
The giant ones,
Yeah,
yes.
the giant ones.
They get them in the end.
So, and things do work out. So that's the curse of Bridge Hollow, and everybody in the family could see this thing.
Absolutely,
You know, and
absolutely.
and it's not going to be among the classics, but it is going to be among the ones that a mother like Mindy would let her kids watch
Yeah.
and watch with them.
Yeah, well, or I could take a nap while they were watching it, not worried that I had to oversee it.
Yes, in fact, you very well could.
And they set it up very well for the next one.
Yeah, and that is funny, and it doesn't require a whole lot of
Nope,
you.
nope.
Now, Halloween Ends.
Ugh,
Now, there's a trilogy
ugh,
started by John Carpenter, who's
Yes.
still doing the music for
Yes.
this stuff.
ugh.
And it's called Halloween Ends. And it stars the iconic Jamie Lee Curtis.
And she's been everywhere lately.
Gee, my gosh.
Yep, yep.
Talk about a career that she has had. She lives in the town where my daughter lives. They see her now and then, Sun
Neat.
Valley, Idaho.
I love her husband.
Who is,
The guy from, the English guy from Waiting for, Gondorf and Best of Show and all those shows, those movies, I can't remember his name.
well, we'll think of it.
Yeah, he did Spinal Tap, all of that. Yeah.
Not Rob Reiner.
No,
of course
the
not.
English guy. English guy's
Okay,
very
good.
funny,
All
very
right,
funny.
right.
Y'all know who he is. He's
Right.
wonderful.
Anyway, so Jamie Lee's got a thing going with Mike Myers, who is, talk about iconic. I
Yeah,
love the name, it's so simple.
yes.
And yet this guy's called Devastation for this little town in Illinois.
Uh-huh.
And he's back again.
He's terrifying.
And Jamie Lee's kind of gone into retirement.
Mm-hmm,
She's writing a book,
mm-hmm.
as all of us will do one day, right?
Yes,
So-
yes, there you go.
and yet he's back again. Now I don't know. Gee, where would he live? How about like a drainage? I mean, who lives in
A
there?
shed,
I know.
like a dirty shed or something, or a very, very clean shed.
No,
maybe,
no,
I don't know.
it's that drainage tube, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, oh yeah. Remember that pull the brush away? Well, you didn't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's if you have to pull the brush away and you go through this drainage tube, a place you would never go.
oh,
But we do.
Of
We
course.
go inside there,
Of
and
course.
he's there, and he has the mask, and he's just
mm.
doing some.
mm-mm.
And it looking like it's setting itself up for the future. It has a young man who is played by somebody who's not an American. He is Ronan Campbell, plays Corey. Kind of a nice guy, but bullied at school.
Okay.
You know,
gotta
wire
have that.
glasses and
Yeah.
you know the whole thing.
Yes, of course.
Gee, I
Because
wonder what's-
evidently wire glasses, you're in trouble.
It does, and then you know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
But
You're doomed.
It would appear that he might be a substitute in the future for Mike Myers.
Oh,
Okay, you know, because if
oh,
they
Yeah.
dispatch Myers
yeah,
and they want this franchise to
the legacy to
continue,
continue.
it could be him.
Huh,
But they say I would reveal that I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be.
right, right,
But as we're looking around for possible descendants of Michael Myers,
yeah.
and you're going to, I'll tell you, Mindy, and I don't blame you for the, honest to goodness, the blood in this place is just incredible.
Is it?
Oh, because,
Okay.
you know, they use chef knives. You don't wanna use just a paring knife.
Well, I don't remember that in the first one. The reason I probably don't remember it is I was so freaked out by that movie. I had my eyes closed and my ears plugged, and I was humming so loud that the people in front of us asked me to leave. Because I was like, I don't want to hear any of it.
Well, we have plenty of stabbings going on.
Ah, there you go.
And I think it's pretty gory.
Yeah,
You know, I think it's quite graphic.
yeah.
Definitely not a Curse of Bridge Hollow.
No.
You do not want to bring
No.
youngsters younger than 10.
I would
And
think
even
not.
then not.
Yeah.
But
Or
for what it is, if you're looking for hardcore, I
Mhm.
think this is it.
Yeah.
And this is a mainstream hardcore horror film. So
Mhm.
if there are people out there who love this, and there are plenty,
Oh, there are.
and Hope Madden and George Wolfe, for Mad Wolf,
Mhm.
our fellow critics,
Right.
specialize in
Mhm.
this kind of thing in horror films. So I'd be really interested to know what Hope thinks about this.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll read her review to see if she approves of it. She's
Right.
just recently done her own film.
Yeah, my
Oh.
daughter loves them.
Yeah.
Loves them.
All right, Mindy Mcfann.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to have to go to Backtalk if they want to hear more, including maybe a couple of ones from the past that you and I have been influenced by, horror films.
Mhm.
But anyway, we have to end up here with our double bill.
There you go.
Okay?
Lots
And,
to hear.
what's your advice, Mindy, to our audience on this Halloween?
To have fun. I mean, good God, we all need so much fun. Go have fun. Even if you keep your eyes closed to the whole movie, go have fun. Go with somebody, you know? Enjoy yourself. Celebrate.
Very good.